Hello and welcome. In this video, we will provide a brief introduction to the scenario dashboard. The scenario dashboard can be used to view and manage scenarios within the web platform. This dashboard can be accessed from the project dashboard by selecting a scenario within the scenarios pane. It can also be accessed from the domain dashboard by selecting a scenario within the domain scenarios pane. Within the scenario dashboard, you will see several panes, tabs, and options. Let's explore them further. This drop-down menu can be used to select a different scenario to view within the scenario dashboard. This pane displays each scenario domain within the scenario. Here, you can add domains to the scenario, lock or unlock a scenario domain, remove a scenario domain, and click on a scenario domain name to access and manage its configuration. You will see the scenario name and description at the top of this dashboard. The variable set drop-down menu can be used to select a project version variable set to use when downloading the scenario and generating your test data. Multiple buttons can be found below this information. The Save button can be used to save any changes made to the name and description of the scenario. You can use the Download button to download a scenario to your local machine for test data generation. The Copy button can be used to copy a scenario. The Delete button can be used to delete a scenario. You can use the Make Stateful button to make a scenario stateful or stateless. The Categorize button can be used to create and manage categories. A scenario can be added to a category. Categories make it easier to search for scenarios within the project dashboard when several exist within a project version. The Lock button can be used to lock and unlock a scenario. When a scenario is locked, changes at the template level do not cascade down to the scenario. The Sync button can be used to sync your data after a scenario has been unlocked. The Scenario Domains pane displays the name of each scenario domain, loop count value information, a summary of the test data that will be generated by the scenario, the currently assigned primary domain, and the root domain. You can use this icon to expand the attribute pane for a scenario domain. You can use the pencil icon to randomize loop counts for a scenario domain. This icon that looks like a pencil on paper can be used to assign a different scenario domain as the primary domain. The Add Domain button can be used to add a domain to the scenario. The Create Domain button can be used to create a new domain for the scenario. The Scenario Domain Receivers pane can be used to enable or disable a scenario domain receiver. Click on a receiver name to select it, and additional information will appear at the bottom of the dashboard. You can use the checkbox to enable or disable a receiver. Remember to click the Save button anytime you make a change here. You can also double-click to add a reference to the Scenario Domain Receiver. The Scenario Domain Generators pane displays every generator that has been assigned to the scenario's domains. You can click on a generator to see what scenario domains it has been assigned to. This information will be displayed at the bottom of the dashboard. The Scenario Variables pane can be used to view, create, and manage scenario variables. And finally, the Relationship tab displays a visual diagram or representation of parent-child sibling relationships for the scenario. This concludes our video tutorial on the scenario dashboard. Thank you for watching.